Hello and welcome back to Point to Play Games for some more Gibbous, a Cthulhu adventure. Last time we played as Buzz for most of the episode, ended up abandoning Barnabas to some sort of most likely fish-based death, and ran into Ktype and made our way back to Darkham, where we are now within Ktype's office. Turns out that Ktype, after grabbing the Haunter's trapezohedron, okay, I got it right. He suddenly, with that hand, is able, well, he has a Haunter's mark and is able to see the past. For now, though, we're looking into Barnabas, while our good friend Buzz here looks into finding the piece. So, with that, let's look into Barnabas.
That's my file cabinet. Call me old-fashioned. Go ahead. My life's work, mostly consisting of hoodlums, thugs, and weirdos.
It's quite a life.
Let's see here.
Let me see. So we got Barnabas. I'm going to assume that he actually knows what he's doing. Alexander, and you know, I almost want to see. Oh, well, that's cool. Are these like, just 33, professional disco dancer, known crimes, petty theft, drunken disorderly conduct, public lewdness, retro zappers, dance revolutionaries? Oh my god. Well, I mean, this is pretty interesting. We could definitely spend all of our time reading all of these, and that sounds like a lot of fun. But I wonder if these are like maybe people who worked on the game, or maybe backers. I wonder if this was a Kickstarter or anything like that. I'm not too sure. However, we can now look at Barnabas. So let's take a look. So we have Barnabas of an unknown age. Occupation is unclear. Once overheard calling himself a hunter of evils. Unclear, suspicious of vigilantism. Hosts tenebrous. He has a daughter named Peace, which we definitely circled, not around it, but below it. Little is known about the hostess, Tenebrous, and its supposed leader, Barnabas Basara, with very few suspected members and none but two semi-officially confirmed, Basara himself and his daughter Peace. It is widely suspected that they are in permanent conflict with several cults, and have possibly sprung up as a response to said cult's activity. Basura is their supposed leader, has not been directly tied to any kind of criminal activity, but somehow his name tends to be, in some way or other, linked to the most prominent occult-related events in the criminal underworld, if more in a hindering or surveilling than a participatory fashion. Host Tenebrous seems to take the secret part of secret society very seriously. So that, other than the supposed names of their two foremost members, nothing is really known about. Oh, well, that's interesting. Baron Michael, mid-30s, 2 children, redacted. Anyways, alright, so we have his daughter Peace, so I wonder if we can find anything about her, and of course we can't. Okay, well, that...
Hey, Bazinski, I think I got something on that fine peace thing. I don't believe Barnabas was trying to guide you to a life of mindfulness and meditation. He's got a daughter called Peace. Peace Busara.
Oh, of course, that makes sense.
Let me see. Can you look her up? I wonder if she might find herself got any ideas. I mean, I'm sure we have an idea of what it could do. We just can't do it ourselves, so.
Can you look her up?
On it. I think I got it. I found Peace Busara's blog.
She has a blog? I like how we have, what's a blog? That was faster. Oh, her blog. Right. We're going for it.
Oh, her blog. Right. What is that?
Oh, well, the latest entry is pretty cryptic. It just says land beyond the forest and a bunch of numbers. Okay, these must be spatial coordinates. Tracking them down now.
Man, this is just like in the movies.
And I was right. She's in Formaris, Transylvania, Romania.
Well, well. Hey, here's an idea. Feel like visiting your ancestral home, Kerwin?
Are you kidding me? More than anything. But I'm hopelessly broke and...
Don't worry about it. Barnabas paid well, and I want to see this thing through.
Awesome.
Alright, so we have excited to see Romania. Found anything worth it? Alright, I mean, let's just ask him.
You excited to see Romania, Buzz?
Dude, I've been dreaming of this for years and never could afford it. The extra layer of mystery is just the cherry on top.
Yeah, well, it ain't all fun and games. We're dealing with lunatics here.
So I think it's really interesting how like Dawn and Buzz have suddenly just become like best friends. They're just like, they're partners in crime. We're here. Dawn, the old detective, well, the what is it, hard-nosed detective, who'll get the answers, and you have Buzz, the young gun, who secretly was just a librarian, but turns out he actually can use a computer, so he's immediately slightly more competent. Either way, let's ask about if we found anything worth examining.
Found anything worth examining on your trip to Fishmouth?
Actually, yes. Barnabas called it Olmstein's sign. He apparently left it on purpose so that I could find it. Here it is. No idea what it means.
So, here's my immediate question.
It's that mysterious sign Buzz found back in Fishmouth. I should really use my newly acquired power on it.
I mean, that's exactly what I was going to do. I just want to see what they were going to say. So, let's do it.
Flamel's abode.
Flamel's abode. Did I hear that right?
I think so. Does it ring a bell?
There's one famous Flamel I know of, and he's, well, was an alchemist. Looking it up.
Pretty useful thingamabob, that laptop.
51 Rue de Montmorency, Paris, France. 14th century alchemist Nicolas Flamel's ancient home.
Alchemist, huh? Could tie into the whole balancing chaos thing. All right, looks like that's my destination.
European road trip. So, when do we leave?
I really want to go through those files, but I also want to...
Soon. I still want to go through some files before.
All right, let me know and I'll book the flight.
I just want to pick up the sign. The last thing I want is...
I don't need to pick it up.
Okay, I guess we don't need to pick it up. You know what? I can't help it.
Let's see here.
I just want to look at one. Let's look at U through Z. Vicky Lagun. Oh my god. Smuggler and purveyor of occult paraphernalia. Is hardened criminal especially. Alright. I would love to read these, but however, may take a little while. So what I'll do is I'll just put a little extra save point just right here, just in case anyone else ends up wanting me to read all of those. But for now, all we're up to now is telling Buzz to book the flights, and we're on our way to Europe.
It's off to Europe, buddy.
Radical.
Yeah, radical.
I mean, I hear the plane, but I don't see it. I bet something goes terribly wrong the minute we land. Ooh, look, a new chapter. Chapter 4, Paris. Moving right along. Oh, goodness.
And this was it. Paris. I stepped out of the downpour into Flamel's hutch just in time. What followed was some kind of meteorological insanity. Hurricane Herbert baffled weathermen and struck anywhere in the world without warning. That was far from my biggest concern, though. You see, during the long cab ride from the airport, I'd taken some liberties with my walk dogs, what with the kind of march a gumshoe puts them through. Bumbled up and explaining to the obnoxious cabbie in my very approximate French that, no, I didn't want a detour to gawk the big old oil rig they planted downtown. Fate sucker punched me right in the gut. I, left my shoes in the cab.
Wow. I mean, wow. All right, well, let's start checking things out.
Looks like a flyer about Nicholas Flamel.
I can't help but notice at the back of this, it literally looks like Pac-Man. Or a wheel of cheese. Either way.
Nicholas Flamel, 1330 to 1418, was a French scrivener and a manuscript seller. He's supposed to have learned important alchemical secrets at some point during his life, feverishly pursuing esotericism from then on. Flamel is recorded as having resided in this building in what was then an attic. That's it. It's bored me to tears. Can't even see letters anymore.
That's pretty funny.
I'm not getting anything.
Okay. You know what I realized? I realized I forgot to use the power on the file cabinet, but...
This might prove useful at some point.
What can we do?
It's an old portrait of, I guess, that Flamel fella.
Alright.
He's looking kinda surprised for some reason. I guess people were all scraggly back then.
Alright, well, let's use the power.
A beautiful depiction of Flamel indeed, Mr. Olmsted. Your penthouse quarters are ready. Right this way.
Olmsted, huh? Nice, familiar...
Oops. Didn't mean to do that, but that is potentially interesting. Paris, my goal is somewhere at the top of the stairs, but I can't just go wandering about. Need someone to show me the way. Using the Haunter's mark on Flamel's portrait revealed the assumed name Olmstein stayed here under Olmsted. I should confront Serge the concierge. Cool.
I'm not hauling that around.
Well, that's too bad. That felt like an opportunity. So I have a bell. I have an ancient communication device. Oh my god, because it's a rotary phone. Kitchen hallway. Portrait of an elderly woman.
Must be the missus.
I mean, at this point, we are in that... Oh, look, a fishing hook. Hold on, that could be helpful.
There's a fishing hook just lying on the floor. I wonder how it got here. Do people fish in Paris? I guess I'm an uncultured oaf.
That does sound like him. And we get nothing from him.
I'm not getting it.
Alright, let's pick it up. I don't know why, but I'm sure it'll come in handy for some reason at some point. Maybe. Alright, let's keep looking at things.
She's got a fierceness to her. If there's pants to be worn around here, I bet she's the one wearing them.
Sounds about right.
Oh, Serge, we will be so happy here. Now get cracking on that dinner. Allez!
Oh, confirmed.
No thanks. She's taken, and I got Cornelia.
Oh, goodness. Alright, let's look at the ancient communication device, I guess. I mean... Oh, an ancient inscription.
I'm sorry, I can't read Ancientish.
Ancientish? Oh, God.
It's probably Latin. That's as good a guess as any.
Of course. Well...
Hic habitat Flaminus.
That did not help.
Alright, well, I like that this game has little, like, whatever the words are, sort of like little, just little, not like Easter eggs.
That's a lot of book right there.
But little, like, things where if you take a moment to just try and, like, do things with them, like, they're just little jokes just in between. Like, of course we would try to do that just to see, and instead we basically are told, well, that was useless, stupid. So I find that very funny.
Not everything's gone digital, I guess. I find that strangely comforting.
Yeah, apparently not in Paris. Nothing interesting.
Oh, wow. Getting such a garbled mess. It's indecipherable.
Interesting. Can I look at it?
That's the concierge's prerogative.
I guess not. Alright.
Been a while since I've seen one of these.
Let's look at the rotary phone.
The world has changed indeed.
Mr. Watson, come here. I want to see you.
Okay. Well, that didn't do too much. Let's just ring the bell at this point.
Good evening.
Good evening, monsieur. My name is Serge, and I'm the concierge here. How may I help you?
Quite the weather we're having. I believe I have the right address. Oh my goodness. Well, I mean, once again, Dawn Archetype has never been the type to just do what makes sense. So let's start with the weather. Let's be casual.
It's quite the weather we're having out there.
Oh, yes. A freakster. They call it the Herbert, taking the entire world by storm.
Huh, yeah.
That's funny. This place is a dump when it rains. I mean... You know what?
Paris is still beautiful in the storm, though.
I wholeheartedly agree, monsieur. She's the prettiest no matter the weather.
I meant to press the other one, but oh well. Let's make sure we have the right address, right?
I believe I have the right address. Rue de Montmorency, 51. I'm interested in an apartment.
Everything is rented out, monsieur. I'm sorry.
Everything?
Well, yes, everything.
I mean, Dawn, you seem to hesitate.
You seem to hesitate there. Is there maybe one you're holding on to for somebody?
Monsieur is very inquisitive.
I'm a flooring inspector. My interests are scientific in nature. I'm here to check the plumbing for any leaks, or I'm a flooring inspector. You know what?
I'm a flooring inspector. Came here to look into a certain apartment. Floor issues, you understand. Structural integrity.
Monsieur, permit license?
Ah, those are obsolete. Everything's digital nowadays.
A flimsy excuse if I've ever heard one.
Alright, fine. Let's try this.
I'm here to check the plumbing for any leaks.
Surely you jest. They have been checked last month. They remain just as horrible, leaky, and unfixable as ever.
Oh, right.
Perfect. How about this?
My interests are... I understand there's some historical significance to this building.
You are correct. Sir Nicolas Flamel, the famed alchemist, lived here for a while. On the top floor.
May I see that apartment?
I'm afraid not, sir. As you well guessed, it is being held onto.
Held onto, huh? Any chance it's a mysterious person interested in stabilizing volatile elements and such?
Monsieur is very inquisitive.
Well, I mean, does the name Olmsted ring a bell?
Does the name Olmsted ring a bell, Mr. Serge?
I do not know who you are or what are you seeking, but this conversation ends now. I have some soup on the stove and I must tend to it. Au revoir.
Well, that was an interesting response. Can I, do this now? Or is it still gonna... No, still a bunch of gibberish.
Oh, wow.
Okay. So...
A reddish corridor of old portraits and domestic odors.
Ooh, that's nice.
Judging by the smells and sounds, that way lies the kitchen.
Okay.
I could use some warm soup right now.
That is fair. I don't think we're getting anything from
Getting
that.
nothing here.
Yeah. Well, we can... Can we go up the stairs, or are we just going to look at them?
That's gotta be my destination, but I don't exactly know where I'm going.
Oh, I see. Okay.
This way, this way. It's so good to have you again.
Interesting.
I need someone to show me upstairs.
Alright, so the only other thing around here is darkness, but that doesn't seem...
Hello, darkness, my old friend.
Wow.
I've come to lurk in you again. That's all I can remember.
Alright, yeah, we're not going to get anything out of darkness.
Nothing that one.
Alright. Okay, so... If we do that, do we get some...
Oh, Serge!
Alright,
Now
we don't
get
get...
cracking on that dinner.
We don't get anything different. Well, okay, but
No resonance.
interactional objects, not anything. Okay, let's try this again.
I think we got off on the wrong foot, Monsieur Serge.
Makes no difference. I cannot show you the apartment, and that is final.
I find your reticence suspicious.
I find your reticence suspicious.
My reticence is born of loyalty and respect.
Well, I mean, the overrated concepts in today's dog-eat-dog world. Oh, that's funny. I mean, I have to say it.
Overrated concepts in today's dog-eat-dog world.
Perhaps, but I choose to hang on them all the same, you know.
Alright, how about we just...
Loyalty to whom, Mr. Olmstead?
Oh, your inquisitiveness grows tiresome. I have things to do. Now, if you'll excuse me, please let yourself out.
Do we just have to keep bothering him until he breaks? Or is there something...
That would result in something positively useless.
I figured.
Picked up this fic, don't ask me why.
Well, that makes two of us.
Nah, it's hooked into the wall already. Same guy.
Well, I mean, I can only assume that we just have to keep talking to him. But unfortunately, that's all the time we have for today. So thank you very much for joining me here once again at Point to Play Games. And I look forward to seeing you next time.